Why are residents leaving Baltimore, Maryland?
Why?
In my opinion, there is a lot to love about Baltimore, but the truth of the matter is people are leaving Baltimore City for alternative locations. If you've been wondering about population in Baltimore or why people might be leaving the city, stay tuned because we're going to get into it. Persia. I'm a local realtor here in Maryland, and I've been helping people just like you for the past 4 years who've been thinking about making a move to Baltimore. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications so that you can get all of the newest content that's coming to the channel. For the past 4 years, I've been helping people just like you who are making a move to the Baltimore area. So whether you're making a move in 9 days or 90 days, please reach out. I absolutely love what I do, and I will be sure to help you make a smooth transition to Baltimore. Okay, so let's get into it. Why are folks leaving Baltimore City? You might have seen things, heard things about Baltimore, and know that Baltimore gets a little bit of a bad rap, a bad reputation when it comes to urban areas and the environment. And so we're going to talk a little bit about why that is and why this might be causing people to be leaving the area. In April of 2023, a local paper, the Baltimore Banner, published that Black and brown residents are moving out of Baltimore in higher percentages now than white residents. For the past few years, maybe the past decade, it had been a trend that white residents were leaving the city in favor of the suburbs. So it's kind of a new trend that Black and brown people are too. So we want to kind of talk about why that's happening. So some of the issues with why folks are leaving, especially Black and brown people, is that there is little investment in Black and brown neighborhoods, and that a lot of the development and investment that's happening in Baltimore City is happening in predominantly white areas like Canton, the Inner Harbor, areas that have more development and that get funneled more money. And so Black and brown residents feel like their particular communities are being ignored. Other factors that contribute are drug use, disease, murder rates, crime rates, and there has been a trend of reverse migration of Black and brown people back down to the South, which is also a factor that's contributing to people leaving the city. Beyond the investment issues and the issues that are driving Black and brown people to leave the city, let's talk about some of the other historical reasons why all residents, Black, white, brown, all residents have kind of made transitions towards the county. One of the biggest reasons is, and I've mentioned this in other videos, that Baltimore City has the highest taxes in the state. So the jurisdiction of Baltimore City has higher property taxes, and so that makes a really big difference when people are thinking about moving to Baltimore, because property taxes are part of, you know, what makes up your mortgage payment. And if you're looking at, you know, the amount of square footage and acreage that you might be getting in Baltimore City and how much in taxes you're paying for that versus the county is going to be a better deal. In order to kind of combat the high property taxes, I do know that local government in Baltimore City is kind of doing what it can to go through the motions of reducing the property taxes in Baltimore City. That's kind of been a thing that's been on the agenda for years and years in order to encourage people to move into the city, discourage them from moving out of the city, but that's kind of an ongoing thing. Currently, they're still the highest in the state. Another issue is water costs. Water bills are significantly higher in Baltimore City than they are in Baltimore County. Another expense that's more expensive in the city than it is in the county is auto insurance. I think because auto accidents happen at a higher occurrence in Baltimore City, and so you may be charged more for your auto insurance premium in Baltimore City than you would in the surrounding areas. Another huge reason why folks choose to move from Baltimore City to Baltimore County are better educational opportunities in the county. I've mentioned this in other videos as well. I was a little shocked and taken aback when I first moved to Baltimore 16 years ago, and the majority of my colleagues, all of their kids who lived in Baltimore City were in private schools that they were paying top dollar for. And I think I was a little bit taken aback because where I'm from, I went to all public schools. Everyone I knew went to public schools. The public schools were great. And here it's a little bit different. Obviously, there are some public schools like Polytechnic Institute, I know is one, Western High School. There are some Baltimore City institutions that are public and are wonderful and are highly rated, but there are also a lot of schools that are struggling just because of the tax base, because people are moving, because they're not getting as much investment as other areas. And so a lot of times when people have school-aged children, they might transition to the counties where they're able to get higher quality public education. Another reason why people are leaving Baltimore City is because Baltimore is an old city with a lot of old infrastructure. And I think that in other jurisdictions like Baltimore County, Harford County, Anne Arundel, all the surrounding Howard, it has newer infrastructure. And so there are less kind of day-to-day issues with potholes, with water line breaks, water main breaks, and things like that. So older infrastructure and older facilities, older buildings, things like that are another reason why people are choosing to leave Baltimore in favor of surrounding areas. Another reason is safety. I will say that in recent years, I think that safety is relative because it seems like multiple jurisdictions, including Baltimore County, are having broader issues when it comes to violent crimes or when it comes to property crimes. But obviously Baltimore has a reputation of having higher crime than the surrounding areas. And so I think people, when they feel like they want a little bit of removal from the city and from urban areas, they feel like moving outside of the city to a more suburban county environment could be helpful when it comes to safety and crime prevention. If you've been considering moving to Baltimore and you're wondering, should I live in the city? Should I live in the outside areas? Please watch the pros and cons video of living in Baltimore, because I think it gives a better picture of the positives of living in Baltimore City and what the potential cons could be, so that you can really frame your situation accordingly and what might work best for you and your family. It will be my pleasure to help you with your home search in Baltimore. So if you're making a move to the city or to the surrounding areas, please give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. We can schedule a Zoom call and we can work together to make your transition to this area as smooth as possible. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.